This is MMA Oddsmaker.
All right, sticking with our UFC on Fox 6 theme, it's another lightweight battle here between Matt Wiman and TJ Grant. Now, we're going to start off with Frank first. I'm expecting another ultra-competitive battle. The line is going to indicate that as well. Near pick'em, but this time I'm going to open up TJ Grant as a very, very slight favorite. Minus 125. The comeback on Matt Wiman is going to be minus 105. Frank, give me your take and give me your bet.
All right, TJ Grant versus Matt Wiman. I'm taking Wiman. He is only coming off a 2-fight win streak, where TJ Grant's coming off a 3-fight win streak. But Wiman's loss to Dennis Shriver is it didn't really come as close. The judges scored it, and it makes it look like it's not as close as the fight really was. I really think that against Shriver, he was really in the fight the entire time. It just didn't go his way in each round, so he loses this unanimous decision. But he beat Matt Danzig, a very game Matt Danzig, 2 times. Wiman has got a good ability. He understands how to go to the decision when he needs to. He's 15-6. The record doesn't really show how good he was. He lost 5 decisions, so the guy that knows how to go all the way through the longer rounds. He's got 4 KOs and 5 submissions in his win. He's only lost 1 time by getting finished by a KO. I don't think TJ Grant has that kind of style to knock him out or to put him down or to finish him. It's going to go a long way. It's going to go into deep waters. When we talk about TJ Grant, he's got 13 submissions and only 4 wins of decisions. He lost 4 decisions himself, and he's lost 1 time by submission. I think if this fight goes deep into deep waters, that it's really going to be Wiman's fight to lose. TJ Grant doesn't like to keep that heavy pace, even though we did see him with a heavy pace against Evan Dunham. And with Carla Prater and Shane Roller, he was in that position where he had to keep a higher pace the entire time. But if you look at those fights, he finds a way to he beat Roller in the 3rd round. He wins a decision against Carla Prater, and Carla Prater doesn't really push the pace. He's kind of a flowing kind of jiu-jitsu guy. And then he wins unanimous decision against Evan Dunham, where he basically just runs from the guy the entire time. I think really that Wiman is the better competitor of these two, because he's going to be in TJ's face the entire time and make it so it's a pace war that I don't think TJ's going to be able to maintain.
Okay, so Frank Trigg going to go with the slight underdog in Matt Wiman. It's going to be minus 105, so $525 to win $500. Let's throw it over to Luca. Luca, what do you think about this fight?
It's another competitive fight, another fight where both guys are kind of mirror images of each other, although I do like Wiman here. Overall, they're kind of similar fighters. They're both good grapplers, both good strikers, both have decent wrestling games. I think they're about even in the wrestling, about even in the grappling. But I would give a small edge to Matt Wiman on the feet and in the clinch. Mainly, I think it'll come down to Wiman's striking advantage here. On paper, I would say that TJ Grant has a small advantage in terms of his technique on the feet, but I think Matt Wiman is the more effective striker, mainly because he's more aggressive and pushes a higher pace. We're looking past the fights where he's going against guys who are supposed to be better strikers than him, namely like the Sam Stout fight. He was able to win that fight simply because he was more aggressive and pushed a higher pace. Now, against TJ Grant, I think he can be effective on the feet. I think he can use that superior pace and aggression. He ends up getting a decision here, but he's at a lower price, and I like him to win the fight, so I got to go with him here.
Okay, so Luca Fury does agree with Frank Trigg. It's going to be minus 105, $525 to win $500 on the underdog, Matt Wiman. So both of our experts do come in picking the slight dog here at UFC Fox 6.
Well, that's it for another episode of MMA Oddsbreakers. I want to thank our Oddsbreaker guests Luca Fury and Frank Trigg, always bringing great information. And a big special thanks to MMA superstar Eddie Alvarez. Thanks for joining us, kid, and good luck with the rest of your career.
Also, for complete UFC on Fox 5 coverage, make sure you head over to MMAOddsbreaker.com. We'll have picks, previews, and a whole lot more. Also, follow us on Twitter at MMA Oddsbreaker. For Miguel Literati, I'm Nick Kalikas saying until next time, enjoy the fights.